construction of 6 new regional hospitals for 6 newly created regions, beginning with 3 hospitals in 2026 and 2 district hospitals at Bole and Shaban. Mr. Speaker, also in 2026, government will complete 10 Agenda 111 hospitals. Mr. Speaker, in addition, we will continue the following abandoned hospital projects. Mr. Speaker, we will continue the La General Hospital, Efiam Panta Hospital in Sekendi Takrady Metropolis, Komfanoche Maternity Block, and the Ashanti Regional Hospital in Sewua. Right Honorable Speaker, this project symbolizes our commitment to restoring trust and confidence in public health care delivery. Mr. Speaker, government will upgrade 7 hospitals to provide enhanced maternal and child health services. Right Honorable Speaker, the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, also known as the Mahama case, was established by the Ghana Medical Trust Fund Act to guarantee sustainable financing in the treatment of non-communicable diseases and specialized medical services. Mr. Speaker, too many Ghanaians battling chronic diseases such as cancer, hypertension, diabetes, stroke, and kidney diseases are forced to choose between life and livelihood. This goal is to build a health system that provides care for every Ghanaian, regardless of income or location, and to move decisively towards universal health coverage. In 2026, Mahama Cares will introduce a comprehensive NCD financing, non-communicable disease financing policy, that defines eligible conditions, approved service lists, tariffs, and essential medicines. This will ensure that patients receive uninterrupted care without exorbitant out-of-pocket expenses. Mr. Speaker, diagnostics and treatment centers will be built on a PPP basis in all major hospitals across the country. This will provide testing and treatment facilities for all the key identified non-communicable diseases under the Mahama Cares program. Right Honorable Speaker, in 2026, we will retool the Ghana forces. Mr. Speaker, before I proceed, let me honor the late Dr. Edward Kofi Omanebua, whose vision laid the foundation for the retooling of our armed forces. In his memory, Mr. Speaker, government will, from 2026, launch a comprehensive modernization program to strengthen the Ghana Armed Forces, Navy, and Air Force to today's evolving security challenges. Mr. Speaker, this program will upgrade logistics, equipment, and infrastructure across all services. Mr. Speaker, for the Army, government has moved to renegotiate the 80 billion Elbit Systems contract to secure 19 armor personnel carrier needed to boost ground readiness. Mr. Speaker, for the Navy, we will acquire the 272-meter offshore patrol vessels fitted with helipads and modern combat systems to protect Ghana's maritime borders, offshore energy assets, and trade routes. Mr. Speaker, these ships will restore control over our exclusive economic zones and strengthen national resilience at sea. Right Honorable Speaker, for the Air Force, the procurement will begin in 2026 for 4 new helicopters and 2 aircraft to enhance airlift, patrols, and emergency response operations. Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, let me repeat. Right Honorable Speaker, let me repeat. For the Air Force, procurement will begin immediately in 2026 for 4 new helicopters and 2 aircraft to enhance airlift, patrol, and emergency response operations. Mr. Speaker, this retooling agenda will transform Ghana's armed forces into a modern, agile, and mission-ready defense force worthy of our sovereignty and the sacrifice of our heroes. Right Honorable Speaker, the Ghana National Fire Service lacks basic equipment to enable them function effectively in their duty to ensure public safety and to protect lives and property. Government will retool the Ghana National Fire Service with 100 fire tenders and assorted fire equipment. Mr. Speaker, government will also work with the private sector to bring in high-rise fire equipment. This will improve the effectiveness of Ghana National Fire Service to respond to emergencies. Mr. Speaker, I'll take you to water. Access to clean and safe sanitation is more than infrastructure. Indeed, it is a foundation of dignity, public health, and national resilience. Right Honorable Speaker, in 2026, we will intensify our efforts with a bold and practical program to complete key water treatment assets across the country. So, Speaker, we will begin the construction of critical water treatment plants in Damango, Tamale, and Yendi to provide quality drinking water for the rapidly expanding populations in these three major cities of our country. Mr. Speaker, sports remain one of Ghana's greatest unifying forces and a powerful drive of youth development, community pride, and national identity. Yet, for far too long, large parts of our country, especially the new created regions, have lacked the facility to nurture and showcase talent. Right Honorable Speaker, the Mahama administration is determined to change this. Beginning 2026, government will commence the construction of modern sports stadiums in 3 out of 8 regions without sports stadiums. These new facilities will provide opportunities for young athletes to develop their skills, attract sports tourism, and serve as a training hub for regional and national teams. Beyond football, they will also support athletics, volleyball, boxing, and other disciplines that have long defined Ghana's sporting heritage. Mr. Speaker, we also take this opportunity to acknowledge the resilience and commitment of our Black Stars, whose qualification for the World Cup continues to inspire our nation. Right Honorable Speaker, in 2026, government will rehabilitate the National Theatre in Accra. We will also commence site acquisition and design of a second National Theatre in Kumasi. Mr. Speaker, we will establish film fund to revive the film industry, such as Kumawood and other film associations. Right Honorable Speaker, we will also establish creative arts fund for the arts, music, fashion, food, and other creative sectors. Right Honorable Speaker, in 2026, government will increase allocation to the District Assembly Common Fund to peoples living with disability from 3% to 5%. Mr. Speaker, part of this amount will be used to acquire and distribute rechargeable motorized wheelchairs to people living with disability. Mr. Speaker, the distribution will be done through the National Council for Persons with Disability. Right Honorable Speaker, effective governance begins with evidence. That's what we cannot measure, we cannot manage. Mr. Speaker, the budget renews government commitment to building a data-driven economy anchored on accurate, timely, and transparent statistics. Right Honorable Speaker, in 2026, the Ghana Statistical Service will be rebasing the GDP and CPI to better reflect today's economy. This will sharpen growth and inflation data, strengthen planning, and provide regional GDP estimates to guide local development. The new CPI will give truer picture of living costs across all regions. So, Speaker, I now take you to resource allocation, where the resources are going. So, Speaker, as we enter 2026, we move from stabilization to acceleration. This budget translates confidence into concrete investments that improve daily lives. So, Speaker, including the provision of better roads, schools and hospitals, reliable power, jobs, and targeted support for the vulnerable. Right Honorable Speaker, What follows are the headline allocation that will drive delivery in 2026 and set the pace for medium term. Mr. Speaker, to unlock round-the-clock productivity, export and decent jobs under the 24-hour economy, we are providing an allocation of 110 million Ghana cedis in 2026 for the implementation of the 24-hour economy program. Mr. Speaker, we will be leveraging to the 24-hour economy program will be leveraging with GIFT and DBG and provide private capital to keep financing largely of the sovereign balance sheet. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated an amount of 2.2 billion Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. Right, Honorable Speaker, of this amount, we have allocated 245 million Ghana cedis for the Nkokon Ketenkete and Livestock Program. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated another 200 million Ghana cedis to the National Food Buffer Stores Company to purchase excess food storage. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated an amount of 6.9 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent of 500 million, for the National Policy on Integrated Oil Palm Program between 2026 and 2032. Right, Honorable Speaker, to facilitate transportation of farm produce to market and reduce food inflation, we have allocated 828 million Ghana cedis for the construction of 1,000-kilometer agriculture enclave road for 2026. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated 690 million to commence the operationalization of the Farmers Service Center. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have allocated 2 billion Ghana cedis for phase 1 of the Rural Electrification Acceleration and Urban Intensification Initiative in 2026 alone. We have also allocated an amount of 15.2 billion Ghana cedis for the energy sector shortfalls. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated an amount of 4.8 billion Ghana cedis to pay down some of the IPP legacy debt as we have negotiated. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated an amount of 4.3 billion Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Roads and Highways for road construction. In addition to this, Mr. Speaker, we have allocated 3 billion Ghana cedis to the Road Maintenance Trust Fund to construct 10 kilometers each in 166 constituencies in 2026 to keep roads more travelable in our constituencies. Right, Honorable Speaker, to strategically locate the country, linking nations, national and regional capitals, we allocated 30 billion Ghana cedis in 2026 for the Big Push program. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated 33.3 billion Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Education for its program and activities in 2026. Again, Mr. Speaker, aside the amount allocated to the Ministry of Education, we have also allocated 9.9 billion Ghana cedis to the Ghana Education Trust Fund. Mr. Speaker, we have provisioned an amount of 4.2 billion Ghana cedis for the free secondary education program. Mr. Speaker, to end the double track, we have allocated 1.1 billion Ghana cedis for the infrastructure programs I mentioned earlier. Mr. Speaker, again, we have allocated an amount of 537 million Ghana cedis for the no-fee stress policy. Mr. Speaker, that's not all. We have allocated 25 million Ghana cedis for free tertiary education for persons living with disabilities. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated 3 billion Ghana cedis to be able to procure 4 sets of textbooks for KG books and workbooks for about 200,000 learners, 4 sets of primary textbooks for 2 million learners, 9 sets of JHS 3 textbooks for 500 million learners, and procurement of over 2 million pieces of metal monodecks and chairs, 200 units of 66-seater buses, and 200 double cabin pickups for the distribution to the secondary schools across the country. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have also allocated 2 billion Ghana cedis for the construction of 200 new junior high schools, 200 new primary schools, 200 kindergartens, 400 kg 4-unit teacher bungalows, and 400 places of convenience in underserved communities. Mr. Speaker, to improve learning outcomes, we have allocated 157 million Ghana cedis for capitation grants. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have allocated 1.98 billion Ghana cedis for school feeding program. We have allocated 292 million for free sanitary pads for girls. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated 207 million for the teacher training allowance and 169 million Ghana cedis for BEC registration. Mr. Speaker, we have programmed an amount of 9 billion Ghana cedis in 2026 for national health insurance claim, essential medicine, radiant support, and free medical health care. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated 2.3 billion Ghana cedis for the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, the Mahama case, to support Ghanaians battling chronic diseases such as cancer, hypertension, diabetes, stroke, and kidney diseases. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have allocated 474 million Ghana cedis for nursing training allowances. We have also allocated 600 million to construct 3 new regional hospitals. Again, Mr. Speaker, we have allocated 79 million to upgrade 7 hospitals and provide enhanced maternal and child health services. Mr. Speaker, that is not all. We have allocated 100 million Ghana cedis to complete 10 Agenda 111 hospitals. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated 1.1 billion Ghana cedis for LEAP program to protect the vulnerable. Mr. Speaker, to crowd-in finance for women-owned micro, small, medium enterprises. We have provided 401 million Ghana cedis to fully capitalize the Women's Development Bank. Mr. Speaker, 400 million. Mr. Speaker, this is the minimum capital requirement needed to establish a standard commercial bank. Mr. Speaker, to scale skills for jobs at pace, we allocated 170 million for the National Apprenticeship Program. Right, Honorable Speaker, digital skills and SME competitiveness. We are providing 100 million for the National Coders Program and 160 million for the Humawara Program. Mr. Speaker, we have also provisioned 100 million for monthly allowances to assembly members. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated 8.9 billion Ghana cedis for the district assembly's common fund, with a minimum of 80% of releases flowing directly to the district assemblies to execute priority projects. Right, Honorable Speaker, we are repeating the 2025 guidelines for spending the 80% in the 2026 allocation going to the district assemblies. So, Speaker, we have allocated an amount of 207 million for the rebasing of GDP and CPI and related activities. Again, Mr. Speaker, we have allocated 150 million Ghana cedis for the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, for the activities against illegal mining and forest degradation. The Speaker, government has allocated an amount of 20 million Ghana cedis to the film fund as seed money to revive the film industry, such as Kumba and other film associations. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated 20 million Ghana cedis to the Creative Arts Fund as seed money for the arts, music, fashion, food, and other creative sectors. Mr. Speaker, that is not all. We have allocated 400 million Ghana cedis for the Integrated Recycling and Compost Plant Project, the ARICOPS. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 100 million Ghana cedis has also been allocated for the construction of fishing markets. Right, Honorable Speaker, again, an amount of 50 million has been allocated for the purchases of fishing nets and outboard motors. We have also allocated 100 million Ghana cedis for the aquaculture development. Mr. Speaker, again, an amount of 500 million Ghana cedis has been allocated for district housing, including resettlement of the Akosombo Dam spillage victims. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 200 million Ghana cedis has also been allocated for the construction of mini stadiums in 3 regions. Mr. Speaker, again, an amount of 150 million has been allocated for the procurement of fire tenders and assorted fire equipment. And finally, Mr. Speaker, An amount of 150 billion Ghana cedis has been allocated for the Black Stars to participate in the World Cup. Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker. The 2026 budget statement and economic policy of government is specifically designed to create up to 800,000 new jobs. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, the 2026 budget statement and economic policy of government is specifically designed to create up to 800,000 new jobs. The 63 billion road contracts under the Big Push awarded so far will generate an estimated 490,000 new jobs. Mr. Speaker, this estimation is consistent with the World Bank metrics on job creation from road infrastructure or road investment. Mr. Speaker, the 3 new garment factories will create over 20,000 direct jobs. 7 agro-processing plants will employ about 700 people directly and thousands more through supply chain. Mr. Speaker, national policy on integrated oil palm development will create 250,000 jobs across the value chain. Mr. Speaker, the farmer service centers will generate thousands in machinery operations, maintenance and logistics. Right, Honorable Speaker, these investments are not isolated. They are part of an integrated national effort to turn stability into jobs and growth. Right, Honorable Speaker, government is putting real capital behind the private sector, which is the engine of jobs and growth. In this regard, we have capitalized the National Investment Bank and will capitalize the ADB and CBG with 1 billion Ghana cedis before the year ends this year. So, Speaker, the 400 million Ghana cedis allocated to the Women's Development Bank will deliver a sophisticated growth. Mr. Speaker, we also inherited high energy insecurity, high unemployment, and unbearable hardship for almost every Ghanaian household. Right, Honorable Speaker, Ghana was indeed at the bottom of the abyss, a nation in distress with its economy bleeding and its people weary, yet yearning for a government with the courage to turn this around. Mr. Speaker, through decisive leadership, bold reforms and resilience of the Ghanaian people, we began to turn the tide. Mr. Speaker, the result speaks for itself. In less than a year, we have recorded a strong economic growth, falling inflation, a strong and stable cedi, improved external buffers, restored fiscal discipline, deepened fiscal reforms, strong and independent fiscal oversight, lower borrowing costs, significant debt reduction, restored investor confidence, expanded social protection, better debt management strategy, and massive infrastructure development. Right, Honorable Speaker, this progress is the fruit of sacrifice and discipline. Ghanaians tightened their belts, businesses adapted, and governments paid the cost. Barely a year ago, our economy was uncertain. Today, the cedi in your pocket is stronger. Prices are reducing, and new opportunities are emerging across agriculture, industry, and technology. Mr. Speaker, to our international partners and investors, we say Ghana is back. Strong, credible, and open for business. Right, Honorable Speaker, the story of Ghana is no longer one of crisis, but a recovery and renewal. So, Speaker, the reforms we have undertaken are not quick fixes. They are the foundation of resilience, competitiveness, and inclusive economy. Right, Honorable Speaker, the Mahama administration is not just stabilizing the economy, it is rebuilding a nation. Our commitment to fiscal discipline, social equity, and sustainable growth remains firm. Mr. Speaker, we will protect the gains we have made, consolidate stability, and ensure that no Ghanaian is left behind. Right, Honorable Speaker, This budget is more than numbers. It is a message of hope. It tells every Ghanaian child, farmer, teacher, trader, and entrepreneur that their sacrifices matter, that Ghana's recovery is real, and that their government is working tirelessly to build a fairer, prosperous, and self-reliant nation. Mr. Speaker, the storm has passed. The foundation is firm. The horizon is bright. Together, Mr. Speaker, under the visionary leadership of President Mahama, the nation builder, we are building the Ghana we want, a Ghana that works for all, thrives in peace, and stands tall once again as the beacon of Africa's renewal. Mr. Speaker, we are indeed resetting for growth, jobs, and economic transformation. Right, Honorable Speaker, I so present. Thank you.
Budget. Hey, Ghana. Ìṣàlẹ̀ for who budget ni sẹ́yìn Ato Forson ẹ̀wẹ̀ budget ni òun ni sẹ́yìn MPP for say Clanchia budget Galamsey budget NDC for so say he is the hope for modern Ghana. Kyerɛ Mahama wɔyɛ biribiara wie wotie budget no mu nsɛm a kyerɛ sɛ ano ɛɛden ankasa yie abusuafo muhu budget ne sɛ nwa muhu ɛwɔ comment section ase bususu sɛ Mahama budget yi a Ato Forson ababa biribi a sɛ NDC for budget yi a Ato Forson ababa biribi ama Ghanafoɔ no ɛyɛ budget a ɛbɛboa Ghana ɛyɛ budget a kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ on the track of resetting Ghana ɛyɛ budget a kyerɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi ɛde ani ato so anaasɛ ɛyɛ adaadaa bi ɛna kyerɛ sɛ Ato Forson ɛne Mahama ɛba abɛdaadaa yɛ abusuama muhu ɛwɔ comment section ase sese deɛ ɔyɛ parliament di a Ato Forson wɔredi budget na awie nti akɔyɛ Mahama abɛdaadaa yɛ akɔyɛ Mahama is the hope for modern Ghana NDC for sɛ kyerɛ sɛ ɔmohwɛ budget na Ato Forson ababɛwidi no ɔmohwɛ budget na NDC for ababɛwidi na kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ on track a kyerɛ sɛ ɛreset Ghana ɛde Ghana ɛrekɔ the right path wohu ne sɛ MPP so sɛ ɛyɛ killer ɛntwea budget kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ budget bi a NDC for mu ntumi ɛnyɛ kyerɛ sɛ nsɛm na Ato Forson ababɛka no emu ɛdududu ɛkyɛ NDC for kyerɛ sɛ ɛmu yɛ dudu kyɛ Ghana kwan nti ɔmu ntumi ɛnyɛ. So
what you're witnessing there in a short chance from the
both NDC and MPP and chanting. Obia percent yet the voice
demonstration.
NDC 4% of voice, MPP 4% of voice.
The budget, these are reactions.
Where after Ato Forson budget, no. One of the things I just said, Mahu Mani Aji airport, I just say, Ato Forson said, Bolgatanga airport, no airbus for life, just say, yeah, Baba constructed budget and airport, Bolgatanga. The one of the things I just said, me tell you, like I'm pressing new. Ato Forson say, yeah, Baba constructed 3 new sports stadium. Number 7, Region Bay, and I just said, this sports stadium never constructed, but Ato Forson anti and born. We share big boost agenda no swap. We in summer Ato Forson ekaya or see a school so we share double track. No, I am say Ghana. I did the Ghana. According to Ato Forson or see over very setting. The school system no, not just said double track system no. The TV ayi according to Ato Forson or say SEC are dying not just expanding infrastructure in the various schools not just absorb more students yet to double track as for Ato Forson said we should double track system now just a distracting education system. South Adeba Ato Forson ekaya mani eji pam ye papa no akuafo ye maame no akuafo ye sister no akuafo kese ye nua no akuafo no according to Ato Forson o say Mahama ahye say schools ni na no say buy Ghana feed Ghana